what does it come to teach us? Indeed, could it not have been created with one utterance? And there was to exact punishment from the wicked to destroy the world that was created with 10 utterances, and to bestow goodly reward upon the righteous who sustain the world that was created by 10 utterances. There was the number 10 is used quite often, and 10 in Jewish tradition is a complete number, something that comes to the beginning to the end, and it's like a total harmony. And we also have 10 commandments that correspond to these 10 utterances. And we know that we have a tradition from commandment number 1, which says, Anohi Hashem Elokecha, I'm your God. From that commandment, we are able to derive 10, and from them 613. But 10 is basically the minimum and complete, and it shows how the Hashem, from the creation of the world, basically it's a foundation upon which the world lies. And it happened when the world was about to receive the Torah. There is a tradition that the world was trembling, and nations of the world went to their wise men and they asked this exact complete stillness. It's like they felt this complete harmony, stillness in the air, so to speak. And they went to their wise men and they asked, what happened? We remember from the previous tradition, there was once upon a time when Hashem made a flood, there was a similar experience, and they were afraid that Hashem is going to create the world. And our sages teaches us that when Jewish people were asked, are you going to accept the Torah? And they said, Naaseh v'nishma, yes, we're going to accept it and we're going to learn it. The world stopped trembling. Basically, the whole universe was trembling until Jews accepted upon themselves Hashem's sovereignty, God's sovereignty, and the 10 commandments. And each one of the 10 commandments, so to speak, reinforced existence of the world. Because without us following the 10 commandments, complete obedience and complete service of Hashem, the world would not be existing. Just like it was created with 10, it was necessary 10 commandments to sustain the world. What do you think? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. 10 generations from Adam to Noah. Noah to Abraham. Mm-hmm. 10 trials Abraham went through. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You want to learn? You want to learn this one, which is Pirkei Avos number 7. It's also a really powerful one about 10 miracles that existed in the temple. You want to do the number 7, page 573. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So 10 miracles were performed for our ancestors in the Holy Temple. No woman miscarried because of the aroma of the sacrificial meat. Become putrid. No fly seen in a place where the meat was butchered. No seminal emission occurred to the high priest on Yom Kippur. No rains ever extinguished the fire of the altar fire, and the wind did not disperse the vertical column of smoke from the altar. No disqualification was found in the omer that the sacrifice was brought, or in 2 loaves, or in a showbread. The people stood crowded together, yet prostrated themselves in an ample space. So basically, miraculously, there was a room that was not there before. And neither serpent nor scorpion ever caused injury in Jerusalem, nor did there any man say to his fellow, "There is not space for me, insufficient, to stay overnight in Jerusalem." That's all a very impressive one, isn't it? I love this one. They have a basically, even though the temple existed in the physical world, and it seems to be natural, it had walls, it had sacrifices that people would bring, and everyone was able to bring sacrifices, Jews and non-Jews, and the sacrifices was welcome, and it was brought in. And it says that even though that was a connection between physical and spiritual world, and there's a certain parameters that existed in the temple that was very supernatural. Let's say Kadosh Kadashim, I'm sure you heard of this, did not really occupy physical space. When they give parameters of the temple in the Torah, and it says that measurements from the eastern wall to that one, that from that, and when described Kadosh Kadashim, Holy of Holies, it happened to be that that space did not have any physical dimensions. It's like a dot into which the Kohen Gadol was able to enter, to be there, to bring the sacrifice, and come out. And the same with all these 10 miracles when it says, when the meat, you have a hot climate in Jerusalem and meat is butchered. Like, I was cleaning fish recently, on the backyard. And you have so many flies and so many wasps, they come automatically. That's part of our world. But there, in a huge territory, they were butchering thousands and thousands of animals. And the blood was, Kohanim was standing up to the ankles in blood, sometimes probably up to their knees, and still no flies. And meat never spoiled. That was clearly existence on a supernatural plane. And all this list, so basically each one is so self-explanatory, you don't even need to give any details what's going on here. All right, you want to do a little more? Okay, whatever, yeah. Oh, very nice, very nice.